a war film with an incredible ensemble cast is spearheaded by these guys: Emmy nominee D'Pharaoh Woon-A-Tai, Emmy nominee Will Poulter, Golden Globe nominee Charles Melton. So, Will, I'm going to let you do us the honors. Tell us what Warfare is all about.
Man, Warfare is a film that is based on a coalition of memories of a real life event set in 2006, Ramadi, Iraq. It's really an exploration of the consequences of war and a look at the losses that were suffered that day by a group of Navy SEALs and an Iraqi family.
Right.
D'Pharaoh, you play Ray Mendoza, who co-directed this with Alex Garland. What kind of advice did he give you throughout this process to portray his story in this movie?
Wow, great question, honestly. I don't know if we had one sit-down moment that I can remember that he told me this type of thing. It was throughout the whole process. I was learning every single day, learning something new every single day. We were blessed to have him as our instructor during boot camp, during our 3-week training, and so just having him on set, it was very needed, and it helped me with my performance completely. Yes.
It's terrific performances all around. It's a 90-minute movie played out in real time. Charles, you come in kind of midway as these guys are on the recovery mission. What about this movie kind of excites you as it's played out in real time instead of the whole 2.5 hour, okay, we get this story, we see their backstory, but this is all start to finish what we're seeing from this group?
Right. When I first read the script, it really read the way, I didn't know how it was going to be seen. It was very interesting. I never read anything that kind of felt like a transcript, like a documentary of just like, this memory, inspired and collaborated with other memories from the specific day with the servicemen. I mean, in the context of the situation as, assisting officer in charge of OB2 and OB3, my guy, when he arrives to, see Will and everything, like his first thing is what's the context of the situation and figuring out the context, and then falling onto the protocol, which we learned to understand through Ray's intense boot camp, just kind of what that meant, and it allowed us to just like, we weren't performing, we were just actually running things in real time, and that's how it was shot. We shot in chronological order, so that element too as well was we were getting, one day we had 82 shots, camera setups. Right. But like, we didn't know what the setups were. It was fun. And the crew, Dave, our cinematographer, everyone, the sound guys, the lighting guys, they were moving around. It was like this beautiful kind of flow of.
Felt like a dance.
Yeah, and like 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute long takes. It was awesome. It felt like a play too, like just to like actually be in it.
And also just to throw in there too as well, because of our boot camp and because of the brotherhood that we built, it really felt like you hear this a lot, but acting is reacting.
Right.
And we very much felt like I was reacting. Like I didn't feel like I was acting, seeing Joseph Quinn or Cosmo Jarvis, in pain. I was generally reacting to that, feeling how I actually feel towards these guys and the love I have for them.
That's a great way to put that. And Will, this movie, it's coming out at a time where we're seeing different conflicts across the world, but we see in the movie you guys had these real interactions with these real soldiers. What kind of reaction did you get from them after they had seen the movie, seen you guys go through these stunts?
Yeah, I think, one of the things that has been really gratifying to hear from veterans and from active service members is this idea that they feel accurately represented, and that, what they have experienced in service hasn't, been kind of glorified or romanticized. It's been depicted with a respect for authenticity and the facts of the matter.
You're very right about that. It's a tough watch, but in all the best ways possible. So glorifying, so gratifying to watch Warfare on the biggest screen possible in theaters April 11th. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These gentlemen are a part of an incredible ensemble cast. Warfare, it's an A24 movie. It is so, so good. Kit Connor, Emmy winner, Heartstopper, on stage in Romeo and Juliet. You are now in this movie coming out. What kind of respect does this bring to you playing in this role for these active duty, these veterans, these military people?
Well, I think my immediate response to the project when it sort of first came my way and when the tape first came my way was very much from an actor's perspective. I was a massive fan of Alex Garland, and you know, was jumping at the chance of being able to work with him. And then as the project began to unfold before my eyes, I started to realize the significance and the importance of it. Of course, there was already the importance on the page that was immediately present, but being able to spend time with these gentlemen and with Ray Mendoza and obviously Alex and all of the other servicemen who came and who were present at the event that we were portraying, who came to set and visited us and spent time with us, I think it really began to show us the importance of this event and the significance that it had for these men and for everyone involved. You know, from I think it was very important for me, certainly, to be able to see in real life, in the flesh, in front of me, the effects of the event that we were portraying.
Those effects we see on screen, obviously, war movies are known for these special effects, the makeup, the brutal, raw stuff we see in Cosmo Jarvis. Congratulations on all the Shogun success, but here you are also, you are in the trenches in this movie. We see you fighting for your life. What is the process like to continue to shoot these scenes as you're drenched in all this makeup, all this special effects going on around you? What is that process like in a movie like this?
Well, it in a lot of ways, it's much the same as any other, the requirement of any other employment I have attained as an actor, I suppose, but in that you just have to portray what the script and the directors require, really. Yeah, it just, you know, obviously in this there were, there's some I guess you could say prolonged stakes, but yeah, just we worked as a sort of a unit to maintain a certain level of energy that was required in order for everybody to execute their own individual tasks as actors, and that was great.
And seeing these guys go through this, all of your characters, I mean, this equipment looks so heavy. Joseph Quinn, obviously we know you from Stranger Things, A Quiet Place. And what about this equipment? How much do you know how much all this equipment weighs? And because this is what we see in everyday life for these people, but you guys are taking on that role in a film.
I don't know how much it weighed, actually. I think we were introduced to the weight of the stuff that we were wearing quite late to the game. I think that we had some pretty, some of us were braver and wanted to wear the authentic military plates, which were far heavier than our film plates. You wore the military plates, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nutter.
And Taylor.
Yeah, and Taylor.
Yeah.
I was good. I didn't need that. I was all right. But yeah, I mean, there was some heavy stuff. Did you wear them?
No, but I was carrying a.
You were carrying a big,
so
heavy, very,
Machine guns are
very heavy.
It's about 3 times the weight.
Everything was pretty heavy, but it was fine, you know.
Here, and we have Warfare coming out in theaters April 11th. People need to see it on the biggest screen possible. Return to theaters. Keep coming back to theaters. Make sure you see this one on the big screen. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you
so much. Have a great day.